Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolfe.
It's another warm evening in the state line today after an equally warm afternoon. Our temperature made it to 86 in Rockford, a little bit cooler than the 91 that we had yesterday. And now temperatures are dropping a little faster into the evening, especially when you look out to the east. Already down to 72 in Woodstock, 71 in Harvard, 74 meanwhile in DeKalb, 79 in Rockford, and in Freeport, still 83 out in Galena. The temperature difference mainly a result of an easterly wind helping to draw in some of that cooler air off of Lake Michigan, and that's why some spots are quite a bit cooler than others. Easterly wind reported from our weather watcher Mike down in Foreston, along with a current temperature of 82 degrees. That easterly wind showing up pretty well, right around 5 to 15 miles per hour for many spots, and that's helping to draw some of that lake cooled air in. 9-mile-per-hour wind now in Rockford and in Rochelle, even up to 16 miles per hour out in Janesville. We have a few isolated showers that have really started to develop over the last hour or so in portions of the state line. Note that many spots will continue to remain dry here this evening, but a little bit of a closer look at some of those isolated showers out to our west. One just now moving into portions of Joe Daviess County, and then another one in far northwestern Stevenson County. Likely this is about the coverage that we will see. Very, very isolated in fashion, and many spots, if not all of us, to the east of I-39 likely will stay dry here into the evening tonight. But you can see the clouds starting to get a little bit darker when you look with our Mercy Health SkyTrack camera overlooking Freeport, brought to us by the Rockford Career College. This just south of where a few of those showers have started to develop. And note the overcast sky off in the distance. Still dry here at the moment, but that little bit of a breeze showing up out of the east. Futurecast depicting this very isolated coverage pretty well. There's that one shower in Joe Daviess County. That likely is about all that we have for the coverage here this evening. As we head towards sunset, that coverage, even what little bit that we have, will continue to diminish, leaving us then dry through the overnight hours tonight. Our next chance for a few showers will start to move in as we head into tomorrow afternoon. That's with the low pressure system passing down to our south. This will bring a little bit more moisture our direction compared to where we have today, and therefore I think we have a little bit of a higher coverage as we head into tomorrow compared to what we had today. Nonetheless, still very isolated in fashion, and many spots, especially to the north of Rockford, could once again remain completely dry going into tomorrow. We hold on to that chance then going into the early part of Saturday as that low pressure system passes down to our south and to our southeast. We're not going to see much in the way of a broad coverage of these rain showers with that low pressure system down to the south. That's likely going to be where the highest coverage of that rain will remain. Many spots here in the state line, those who see any rainfall may briefly get a little bit of that accumulating rainfall, but it's not going to be a widespread soaking rainfall, and will likely continue to see many spots remain mostly dry. That's not necessarily great news for any of us underneath any drought conditions. Now, this is some improvement from what we had with the drought monitor last week, where we had a severe drought across portions of northwestern Illinois. Nonetheless, many locations here in the state line still underneath that moderate drought, although hopefully we'll be able to build in at least some broader rain chances in the form of some stronger storms, possibly into the middle parts of next week. In the short term, still 82 for tomorrow, holding on to that isolated chance for a shower. In the early part of Saturday, that continues, but most of Saturday afternoon and evening is dry. Same thing for the early part of Sunday, mostly dry until we get late into the night, that following night, and then more broad chances for rain along with that heat and humidity building in for much of next week.